What up, Dokkanners? It is time for Chain Battle. Now, unfortunately, I can't be as loud and as animated as I want to be because I was actually about to go to sleep and I completely forgot that Chain Battle was dropping tonight. So I got back up to do this. And also I got family visiting, so they're asleep. So I can't be too loud, but I still want to do this video because this one of all chain battles is set to be the worst one probably of all time. So there's going to be a lot of trial and error, not just for me personally, but for a lot of you guys, because the support lines, the types of combinations you're going to be seeing, it's going to be very chaotic early on. So I would recommend that you guys do check back in on future days, because there might be an update to the pinned comment or perhaps new like god combinations that you'll see in the comment section. This is going to be one of those videos you might want to come back to check on occasionally. So let's just start by taking a look at the event details. For this one, the advantageous categories are World Tournament, Battle of Fate, and Giant Form. And look at this deplorable cast, my gosh. So this pretty much dictates how this is going to be going. You need a bunch of throwback units, including one of the most ancient units of all time. So if you guys were around back in 2015, which some of you were, to be fair, there was actually a lot more of you than I thought, you guys will have this key unit right here, which will make your support lines look a whole lot better. So with that being said, let's take a look at the support lines. Let's also switch over to the graphic by our very own Misaka, sorry. Shout out to Misaka on Twitter for always dropping these banger graphics. So basically, all you got to do is just copy this to the best of your ability. So when it comes to your support line, this is how you want to be looking at your ordering. So these at the top would be the best. Then these would follow, followed by these, and so on and so forth. So basically, when you're looking for support lines out there, you want to see as many of the higher up characters as possible present. So that's why you should also try to emulate that. Try to get the Gokus in there. Try to get the Foot Kamehameha Goku, the STR Goku from the World Tournament. This is, of course, you know, assuming you have some of these characters. Some of you probably don't. So if you don't have a lot of these characters, you're going to have to filter your way down the list. Now, if you don't have any of these characters past this point, you simply just have to find characters that are blue sparkly and that fit one or several of the advantageous categories. You've got 3 categories to choose from. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to your box. You're going to select those 3 categories. So it's Battle of Fate, World Tournament, and Giant Form. Make sure it's set to partial match. Giant Form, World Tournament, and Battle of Fate is down here. And now it produces all of these blue sparklies. So your goal is to find characters that have red sparklies, but if you can't find those, try to find some units that have a cross section of categories. Giant Form plus Battle of Fate. So take out World Tournament, try to do a full match for Battle of Fate and Giant Form, see what you get. Okay, if you don't have Piccolo, try throwing in this guy. All right, if you don't have that one, that's a free-to-play unit. Try another combination. Try Battle of Fate and World Tournament, taking out Giant Form. What does that produce? That produces these guys. Also, it produces the Hercule. So when it comes to your overall support line, I have been told by some chain battle gods and demigods that it's more important to pick units that fit more of the advantageous categories, more so than correlating to the other units in the support line. For example, what I'm trying to say here is, if you have a bunch of Gokus and Kid Gokus, you would think that that would be the most optimized way to set this up. It's actually not. You do want to have a Krillin in there. You do want to have a Tien or a Chi-Chi in there, because these units are rated higher because they also fit some of the categories and they are more important to giving you a higher score. So that's why on the extreme side, I was initially going to go with a full Piccolo setup, because I do have other forms of Demon King Piccolo. Like, for example, I do have the Int Demon King Piccolo Elder, but as you can see here, he is not nowhere near as valuable as these other units. So you want to be going for which units fit the categories more so than which units correlate with these higher up units. So it's confusing, but that's why the point is, go for the blue sparklies if you can't find the red ones within those 3 categories, and do the best that you can do. Again, the tournament, the scores for this one are going to be pretty terrible, so it's not going to be much of a competition on this one. So that's the super side. For the extreme side, same exact thing. They filter out super and extremes for you. You want to be going for primarily Piccolo Jr. The Giant Ape Vegeta is important. The Cyborg Tao is, I guess, important. There's a lot of question marks here. These guys are like inquantifiably bad. And then as you go further down here, you can see LR Demon King Piccolo. There's even some perfect cells and freezes. I mean, this is just chaos. So I've done the best that I can to try to explain that. If you're not able to quite figure it out, trust me, you're not the only one. try to do the best that you can, and I will try to help out in the pin combo with any other updates. So now let's take a look at the scores here. What kind of scores are we seeing? I mean, look, we're seeing some new names up at the top here. So based on the graphic, we do know that the best attacker or the best connectors are going to be the World Tournament Goku and the Int Piccolo. And then for the attacker, it's got to be the Int Piccolo. But the problem is, if you don't have the Int Piccolo as the attacker and the connector, you can only use one or the other. So for this one, it's also going to be a problem. Let's actually see. Yeah. So because the Int Piccolo is the attacker here, the connector has to be the next Piccolo up, which is the giant form STR one. If you do have that, I would recommend that you use that as your connector instead, because they are both considered SS value, whereas the attackers, there's only one SS valued attacker. So yeah, a lot of dependent on this, a lot is riding on this graphic here to be doing most of the work for us. So let's just try to do something. I did a bunch of junk runs. I haven't done anything for real yet. This is gonna be my first run, and yeah, let's see what we can come up with here. So my Piccolo is at 55%. I just don't have anything good on him. I should put some skill orbs onto the unit so I can boost his overall stats, which can help with scores. So I will do that after this video. Yeah, but if you have like higher attack values, higher defense values, that does help. And it also helps your support lines for other people if they also have skill orbs that can increase your stats just a little bit. So, all right. So what do we want to look out for? We want to look out for tech Gokus, physical Gokus, STR Gokus. So let's see how many Gokus we can find here. This one's actually not bad. We've got tech, we've got STR, and we've got physical. This is actually a really good lineup. So shout out to the chain battle gods out there. You all know who you are. And now for the extreme sub, we want to find as many Piccolos as possible. Since there are 6 here, the absolute GOAT combination is finding that one tryhard out there in the Dokkan verse that has all 6 of these characters. That's probably like one person. Let's see if we can find something close to that. The more Piccolos we got, the better. And then after that, if we find some of these Cyborg Taos, maybe some Vegetas, that's okay too. But the number one thing is to find the most amount of Piccolos. Okay, so we have one. Dude, okay. We have a unit. We have a lineup here with 2 Cyborg Taos, a couple Piccolos. Is there anything better than that? I don't think so. I think a lot of the chain battle gods are going to be getting a ton of mileage off of this one. Oh, this is not bad either, actually. Huh. I don't know. Let's check the numbers here. So the next thing you can do, this is an imperfect science, so you know, don't trust this, but you can look at the numbers and see if the overall numbers are higher. So you want to count total plus total plus total. So 43, 2, and 17. So that gives us 45. That gives us 62. Okay, and then for the other combo, where was that? The other combo was this. So 62. This one gives us 64. So this one might actually low-key be better. But I feel like this actually is better. Yeah, this, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is better. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see how this goes, and let's hope that this isn't a complete disaster. Now, who do you pick in the actual selection phase when you're attacking? Well, that's the advantage of pausing the game. If you can pause the game, you can take your time with it, but I would imagine probably either full Gokus or full Piccolos would be the best way to go about doing this. Oh, please don't have any important tabs open. Tune. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. So not enough Piccolos. Let's do all the Gokus. Ooh. Okay. All right. This is actually really, really good. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm just telling you right now, folks, I'm probably going to get a pretty good score. A lot of you guys, most of you guys probably won't get this. And again, the reason is because there's just not a lot of people out there with all of these types of crazier support lines. So please keep your expectations very low for this one. Yeah, that is actually a pretty good score considering what I'd seen so far. I could even go as far as saying I might be among the top like 10 right now in the first few minutes of this event. But that's only because I have a lot of the World Tournament and Chain Battle tryhards in my friends list. So let me actually see what kind of scores are we seeing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the scores are averaging around like 80 to 90. This is day 1, hour 1. So over the next couple of days, the top scores might skew higher. It might be closer to like you know, maybe 101, 102, we're pretty much going to see probably around this score. I don't think I've seen a single score that's been higher than mine so far. And unfortunately for that person who y'all saw as my friend in the support line, while that person has an incredible support line, it helps me, but it doesn't help them. Okay, so we do have somebody who scored higher. I mean, yeah, but just take a look at this. All the 4 Gokus, Tech Goku, physical Gokus ×2. You have the STR one in there, and then you got a TN. TN matters. You would think putting in like a Kid Goku or something would help more. No, TN is more important, as you see in the graphic. For the friend setup down here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Piccolos, and then we've got a Cyborg Tao, which sort of is relevant. You've also got the Baby Vegeta, which does rank in the higher list. So trust this this graphic. This graphic is actually pretty decent. But even if you do trust it, the fact of the matter is not a lot of people are going to have what you're looking for. So do the best that you can and see what you're able to do. We got a couple other good scores here. But yeah, just for this one, don't blame the community for this one. Blame Dokkan for this one, because World Tournament is an inherently not fun event. And so not a lot of people like to do it, and now they're being punished on this event. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Good luck to all of you. Remember, one other key point, the support lines do reset at the top of the hour and at the bottom of the hour on every single run. In fact, you know, let's just do one more. Let's just do one more. We'll do one more. Let me see if we can change this up. I am doing this right before the bottom of the hour. So let me try this again. This time around. Ooh, that actually might be even better. That might be even better. Okay. So let's run that back. I think I actually just stumbled upon an even better setup. Let me see if we can get a higher score than what we got. I got 109 million. I can't imagine the score adjustment is going to be much unless the friend units are rainbow, you know, which they're not. There's probably like only 3 people out there that'll actually have rainbows. Okay, so now we've got a full Piccolo setup. We could do the Gokus again. I'm gonna do the Gokus again just because it seems better to do it that way. Yeah, because the Piccolo actually is on the A rating, that AGL Piccolo, whereas all the Gokus are in the S rating. So I'm gonna do the Gokus here. All right, so we've pretty much got exactly the same conditions. Only difference is that the friend unit for the extreme support line is possibly a little bit better. And this will be the final run of the video. Okay. Wow. That's a pretty big adjustment. So what did we learn here? Well, we learned that having all the Gokus is a must. Having as many Piccolos as you can is a must. And yeah, I did make the right call there. Sweet. So anyway, I apologize in advance on behalf of Dokkan. I don't represent them or, you know, support their decision to make this event a regular thing, but it is. And this is like the worst combination possible. This is like nightmare fuel times 100. World Tournament rewards influence the results of chain battle. Can it get any worse than this? Good luck, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments. Dude, this event sucks, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys were able to score on this event. Of course, this is being posted on night 1, hour 1. What sort of scores did you get if you're making a return to this video at a later date? Did you get any better scores? Did you try certain new combinations? What's been working out for you? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly.